Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another Eternal Evolution video. This is like my fifth video I've recorded today. We're gonna do the tier list. I have an updated tier list that changed a little bit. I made a video, I don't know, a week ago, 5 days ago on my main channel. This is going on my dedicated Eternal Evolution channel. Loving the game, have a dedicated channel now. Obviously, you know that if you're here watching this video. We're gonna go through the tier list. We're gonna go through all the heroes that are very important. Very first thing, let's just talk about heroes and evolution levels. First of all, you have different types of heroes. You have heroes that have 4 skills. These are heroes that are worth building. You have basically elite heroes and triple S. Triple S has the banner. Elites don't have a banner. And then you have food heroes. If you go down here, you can see some of the heroes have 3 skills. That means they're a food hero. They are literally only for food. There's no point in building them. They're not going to be very useful. I'm not going to go through evolutions. There's a beginner guide. There's all sorts of other stuff on the channel. Feel free to peruse all of that material. Let's begin with the tier list. Let's bring it up. The tier list will always be linked in the description below, because when it gets updated, I will update it in the spreadsheet here. I have the spreadsheet with all sorts of information, evolutions, tips, exclusives, event schedules. I'm working on a dollar cost calculator, etc. Today, we're doing the tier list. I went over in the last video the old version of the tier list. I left it in here just for fun. This one was updated 11.3, so just a couple days ago. I already mentioned which ones are food heroes, etc. There's some note about Prism Amulet for any of the heroes that have that symbol. That means you probably need that for them to be useful at all. Okay, you can see triple S's are up in the top. I will preface this entire tier list, let me move myself over here a little bit more out of the way, with saying that if you have a lot of copies of, for example, Omar, say you got 8 copies of Omar, he's going to be better than if you only have 1 copy of Luke. So you need to evolve them up. Every time you evolve them, you get more base stats. So you really do need multiple copies, especially for these triple S's, for them to be stronger than another person who does the same role that you have more copies of. Got it? All right, let's begin. Crete is I'm just going to go left to right, top to bottom. So in the tank, which also includes crowd control, debuffer, damager, etc. These are tanks. Crete is the number 1. He is a triple S. He is in the banner in the 3rd week, which should coincide with the double event. So you're definitely going to want to summon a lot of your limit tickets to get Crete. He's very good. Put him in the front line. He's going to be great. Now you have all these other tanks down here. Oisa, Oak, Boar, Hercules, Zyda. This is just a general tier list. So these are all pretty good. Oak has basically can't die for a couple seconds when he receives fatal damage the first time. Oisa has a big stun. I don't know much about the other 3, but that's S tier for tanks. Then you got Artis and Guan Yu. Again, this needs that special artifact down here called the Prism Amulet. You're going to want that. Kuit is this guy, and then you got Langle back down here at the very bottom. Okay, AoE damage. Now we're in the damage dealer section. We got Luke, number 1 AoE damage dealer. This guy will be in the very first week. So he's going to be in a limited banner week 1. You can summon for him. There will not be a double event for that, so that's why most people will save, especially if you're free to play. You're going to save for Crete, but definitely grab at least 1 copy of Luke if you can. Okay, AoE damage dealer Luke. And then you got Moriyami and Pregor. These are linked together, I think, because these two work well together. I think they're multi-hitters, and you can use one of the commanders that buffs both of them. Okay, so that's that. You got Omar, Falvia, and Jean. Jean's the new guy. Omar, I got a lot of copies in the beginning, like the magic or the battle pass gives you some copies of Omar in the beginning, etc. Then you got Pluno and Murphy, and you got Orn and Karma. Karma, I got the most copies of in the beginning of the game. Of course, he's the worst for the AoE heroes. Okay. DPS now, damage dealers. This is a single target. Emma is really strong. She is the week 2 banner. And I actually, on my server, I had a double chip event for this week 2 banner. So I got a lot of copies of her. She was my very first immortal. So she's very strong. She does a lot of damage. You want to build her in all attack percent, because basically one of her abilities negates her crit. So yeah, really strong, great in the gear dungeon, and just general damage, very strong. Nautilus, Taylor, Azina, Sorietta, and Botmark. These are all good single target damage dealers. Taylor is a little bit more useful. I would place him higher than Sorietta and Botmark because Taylor can be used in the melee dungeon because he can jump in the middle. Really strong. I don't know much about the triple S's here. Sorietta is good as well. Botmark's good, single target. And then you got Xander down here in A tier. You got Assassins. Bailey Hudson is basically known as the best triple S in the entire game, although he's very hard to get. There's an event in the beginning where you can get him. You can also get him in some of the events by summoning 700 times. There's also a gas event that you can save up and get a copy of him. He is really good damage dealer. He's really good in PvP. He does single target and AoE damage. Very strong hero. One of the strongest triple S's in the game. One of the strongest heroes, just straight up. Rakana and Randall you got down here, Assassins. I have them both built to at least a white border, and I'm not super impressed with Randall. Rakana definitely does some good damage. That's going to be it for that category. Summoners. Skewer and Hattie. Don't have him yet as a summoner. I actually don't have a single summoner on my account somehow. I don't know how that happened. I have not got a single summoner. It's totally weird. I've been playing like, I'm in the middle of week 3 or at the end of week 3. Don't have a summoner yet, but he's the best. And then you got these 3 grouped together. Yeah. Healers, right hand column. Let's can move over just a little bit more. Let's move. That's fine. You can still see. So we'll do this. Healer, Serena. She's great. You actually get a bundle in the very beginning that if you purchase anything, you get like another copy of her. She's really good. Put her in your wish list. She's amazing. If you can get a hold of Masrani, she's obviously good as well. I think it's a he because it looks like he has a beard. Yeah. Then down here you got Liran. I got so many copies of this little panda. Not very good. Is B tier, or I guess this is A tier here. You only got 3 healers in the entire game, so he's on the bottom. These 2 are up here. Okay. Crowd control, buffer, DPS. You got Rez. Rez is really good. You get him in the Galactic Arena. You definitely want to prioritize getting copies of him. He's a really good support. You also have this Anaruda. This is like a CC triple S. You can actually get him from summoning in, what is it, the advanced tickets. He's the only triple S you can get in there. So it says right here that you also need his exclusive at 30 for him to be really strong. And then you got Hypotenuse down here. You know, he's like a triangle. He's a CC unit, and I have a lot of copies of him. Haven't really built him that much. He can stun and do some other things. He's in the S tier here. Okay, that's going to be everything for this video. I did not make this tier list. This is made for one of the moderators who has 8 months experience with the game. So he definitely knows what he's doing. This is just an end game generic tier list. So this just goes for literally all the content. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Want to keep it short and go through this tier list because I've already covered it in another video, but we're upgrading it to the brand new version, and we're moving it on the new Eternal Evolution channel, which is dedicated only to this game. I'm really enjoying it. Global launches tomorrow, 7 a.m. If you want to use my pre-registration link below, go ahead and do that. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you got something on it, hit the like and sub button. Really helps me out over here. And comment below if you have any additions or any comments. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. See you, everyone.